Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about how the US consumer is not doing well at all. And this isn't doom and gloom. This is not something to create fear mongering or anything like that. It's just simply talking about the data from the Michigan Consumer Sentiment that came over last week. And we saw it at an all time low of 47.9. Now, this is the worst ever recorded, ever in the history that this metric has been recorded. We saw it, in the Black Mondays. We saw it in the 60s. That was 1987. In the dot-com, we saw it in the 70s to 90s. The Great Financial Crisis, we saw it between 55 and 60, which was pretty low. And generally, in good times, you see it around the 90s. In excellent times, you see it well over 100. Right now, we're at 47.9. And that is really, really, really weak. That's just showing that people are stretched thin, people are not doing well. And the fact that we're that low, there's stress, there's cracks being formed. So why are we not in a recession? We're seeing stocks at all-time highs. We're seeing assets just really, really high. Why is it that all these assets are at all-time highs? Stocks are at all-time highs, homes, cars, etc. But the consumer feels worse than ever. I mean, shouldn't the consumer be feeling great if stocks are at all-time highs? And the answer is no. Because there's a K-shaped economy, and those who do have stocks at the top of the K, they're doing great. I mean, they're not even feeling anything right now. But those at the bottom, they're feeling worse than ever before. So what's really driving this? Why are we seeing a 47.9? If it goes lower than this, I can't believe it. I mean, this is really bad, guys. This is the lowest on record ever. So it's no surprise that the Iran war, the blockage of the Hormuz, is causing this increase in gas prices. But when gas goes up, everything it touches also goes up. So, think when you have a truck, the truck uses diesel. Diesel's really high right now, like $6.57. All those products in the truck, they have to be elevated in price because everything in that truck is being elevated in price because of the diesel costs. So everything goes up. When diesel goes up, everything goes up. And the whole supply chain gets more expensive because it's not just the gas prices. I mean, look at plastics, look at polymers, look at oil. All that stuff is impacted by the Strait of Hormuz blockage. So automation and AI is also making it so what used to take someone, 2 to 3 people to do, now you can do it with one person overseeing an AI. So there is weakness in the labor market due to the uncertainty of, hey, should I really be hiring this person? There's weakness due to AI and automation. And while wages are higher than they've ever been before, they're not keeping up with inflation or the increase of goods and services. So, people are saying, I had a coworker the other day, and he was like, dude, I'm making more than I've ever made before. My family, we're making more money than ever before, but we feel like we're falling further and further behind. And that right there is a perfect example. You're getting paid more than ever before, but the purchasing power is not getting you further than ever before. So that's something to think about. A lot of these consumers that we see, like if you just look at the random person on the street, they don't have access to stocks or a lot of these assets that keep reaching all-time highs. So that's why they're not feeling wealthier. In fact, they're feeling more strained than ever because prices are higher than ever. So it's really a bifurcated economy. And where do you fall in that K? I hope you fall on the top. But if you don't, it's a sign. You always got to have asset exposure. So I think it's key. What we need to do is get exposure to these assets when inflation goes up. We need to get exposure because we do not want to be left behind. We do not want to keep working for dollars that keep getting printed. I mean, they're saying it's 4% right now, inflation, or 3.5%. Feels way higher than that. I'm telling you, it feels way higher than just 4%. So I think the Fed has done an awful job ensuring we stay below the 2% mark. I think you can make the case they've done an okay job keeping the unemployment rate low, but does it really matter if you need to work 2 to 3 jobs? What used to take 1 job? That's the crazy thing. I don't know what's worse, being unemployed or having to work 3 jobs and barely making ends meet. I don't think that's a sign of a healthy economy if people need to work a second job to make ends meet. Now, most people, they're not working these jobs to be that hustler, entrepreneur, hustle culture. They're doing it to make ends meet. They're doing it because they have to. So these people, there's people that are paying well over $100 at the pump, and they are just feeling it. I went to the store the other day. A potato. This is from the earth, guys. Like, this is from our planet. Like, literally in a field somewhere. $4. $4. Can you believe that? That should be like 50 cents. 25 cents, 75 cents. I don't know, maybe $1. But $4 for a potato? Are you kidding me right now? So I don't know. It's sad to see. And I wish, I was at the top of the K. I feel like I'm kind of like in the middle of the two. But I could be doing worse. I could be doing a lot better, but overall I think we just need to be smart with how we approach our investments and make sure to stay invested when they keep printing this money. Because he'd rather die by fire. Trump would rather die by fire than die by ice, meaning he'd rather print this economy into oblivion than have austerity and see prices come down. People are sick of being forced back into the office. And they found remote work just fine. So a lot of these people, they're feeling it because they have to do long commutes, they have to pay for childcare, they have to do this and that, and their salary barely covers it, right? So people, you're seeing all these collectible and blind boxes go up where people are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these collectibles just at the chance of potentially winning the lottery in terms of their rarity. People are overpaying things, and it doesn't make any sense anymore. I think so much in our society is a ripoff. I mean, so much. And I think it's key that we take that step back and we put our dollars and cents to places that make sense. Overall, I think everyone is making more, and we can all see through the illusion. The silver lining is this. We can cook at home, we can be more crafty, and we can be more measured in how we approach things. We just got to look at the intrinsic value of what is it worth? What is that item worth? Is it worth paying $4 for that potato? No. Go to Walmart, you could probably pick it up for 80 cents. Is it worth buying those 4 bags of chips so you can get one free? No, probably not. Just buy 1 bag of chips at a store that's affordable. Like a lot of things we do, we do slowly, and it adds up over time, right? So I think now more than ever, we just need to keep our eyes on the cost of things. The consumer's not doing well. The Michigan consumer sentiment hit the all-time low. And I'm sure all of you guys could feel it too. If that survey, which has been pretty accurate, is saying that we're at all-time lows in the sentiment, I'm sure you're feeling it too. And I definitely see it, and I feel it a bit too. So anyways, guys, I hope you like this one. Be sure to stay in touch, and I'll see you guys in the next one.